March 10th, 2025. Progress is being made. Things are beginning to happen. Stuff is getting done. Trailers are getting left. So anyway, here's the moon. Got the 45-degree angle for the path around that way. Future project there. So I just wanted to show you the insulation. Oh, sorry, man. I've been working hard today and I'm tired. And so anyway, there's some white tape, that they'll use for any of the little tears that happen when they're installing it. That stuff just happens. Nothing to get bent out of shape over. Of course, that red dirt ends up on my wall. So you see right there, some tears. Little tears there, some tears up there. But it's actually wedged between the outside panel and the inside girder. So the girder itself is actually insulated. I mean, it's crushed. The insulation's crushed, but it makes it nice and tight. And so, this is plastic. It's white. It's shiny. So it's going to make, it's going to make the lights just really pop. Because that that spray insulation, foam insulation, I liked it, but man, it got really yellow. Really yellow. And so then we got the door. And this time I made sure they left me enough space. That's by adding this door here. So that beam, because here's where they normally put the bracket, okay? And I need it here to get that shaft. See how that shaft is just clamped there at the very end? Well, that space right there is the space I need to put in electric garage door opener, direct drive to that drum. And so at the last shop, I had to modify this heavily to make that happen. And because there was no beam there, I actually used a couple 2x4s. I don't know, I may have a video of it, but I had to spread the load out across the whole panel. Okay, to hold that bracket. And then I had to use straps on the shaft to hold it to the frame. So I made sure that didn't happen this time. It was a real fiasco. There's even space over here. Now, I think the anti-rollback device is right there. So that makes it wind in only one direction. So I'm not going to mess with that side. I'm going to put it on this side. So, but just looking at it, because that plate, well, still I'd rather have it on this side, because you can see, this plate is welded. And that bracket is attached to that plate. So, it's pretty sturdy. But on this side, it's all welded. And so that's even sturdier. And because that gizmo basically slips into those sales 3 circles, it actually has fingers that stick in there and then it turns. So this motor turns again because that shaft doesn't move. That's the part you need to understand. That shaft is locked in place. The drum spins around it and it's spring loaded. And so I had them set the spring pretty tight so that the door is pretty easy to open. Still got to use 2 hands. And this door actually has See that strip right there? That's to keep it from rolling up weird and making noise, which the last door also did. So Mueller products versus Allen factory outlet. There's no comparison. If you want to not get rain, because on the Allens I had to silicone the beam, and see how concrete's higher right there? I know it's hard to tell, but there's a lip right here. And so the panel goes over the lip. A little bit of scratchage there. That's all right. I know it's a tough job. So anyway, there's no way rain can get in there. It's completely watertight. And so these are also vertical. On my last shop, they did them horizontal. And so here, the trim will cover, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to seal this corner. So I don't think that's something that they're going to do. But anyway, insulated. So all we lack is the back wall. This kind of arch part. So we'll see how he's going to handle that. Tan and brown trim door. I was worried about that earlier. Ooh, that door's heavy too. Man, I like that. No, it's because he's got all this stuff on it. Yeah. Just gotta give it I may need to do a little adjustment there. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm just looking. Ooh, a white touch-up paint right there. See how he deals with that. He's got to get this insulation there. That's all right. I'll take care of that. I'd rather have it welded anyway. So I'm actually going to pull the golf cart in here. That's where it's going to stay for a bit. Probably now on. So now I got to do some gravel or something. Get this all fixed up. So a little bit more to do, but we are definitely in the right direction. I might ask them if they don't need that. I guess that's a trash bag. So they do have some cut insulation in there. I might ask them about that, because I can throw that in the attic maybe of that building. All right, signing off. 12th, 2025. The shop is finished. Well, at least the building and the concrete is finished. I still have to plumb it. You see the water feed line over there, and put electricity to it. But look at these nice straight rows of fasteners, which are also color coordinated. My two dogs playing. And so anyway, I've shown before some of the features of a Mueller kit or materials versus Allen's, and I will get into more detail on that later. Okay, so as you can see, this is primed 4-inch steel posts. Everything is welded. So got that structural brace across the top middle, being the least intrusive. We have back-to-back C-channels in the middle, C-channels on each end, and then boxed. Well, I guess those would be U-channels. Okay, U-channels, and these are C-channels. The insulation is between the outside panels and the inside C-channels. So, and then I have some extra color coordinated tapping screws there. So still got a little bit of cleanup to do. They cleaned up a lot of it for me and patched the holes and whatnot. So the door, I like the door a lot better. On the Allens, it doesn't have that piece to the right. It only has that bent out, and it really, in my opinion, it was always too close to the door, so it was always getting kind of weird. And so, of course, I've explained earlier, when I had them set up for this door, I made sure that that brace was where they put that, because that gap right there is where I'm going to have space to put in an electric opener for this roll-up door. That'll be in another video. And so anyway, I just got to hang some lights, a lot of lights, and do some wiring. Put my sink in over there. And this extra insulation, we're actually going to use it for, see if we can see through the window. We can. That over there is the donkey shelter. So we're going to go ahead and insulate it with some of this. And we're going to take these extra panels here. We're going to make that shed look like this building, so it's not such an eyesore. There's my trusty club car. One of the first projects that my son Ken and I will be doing when the lift is in here and he comes by to help me is we're going to put a lift kit on this and some knobby tires, so it's better out here since we're always using it in dirt. So anyway, another video coming.